Virtual summits are the most powerful online marketing tool available to grow your list, launch your platform, make more money, and create an impact in the world, even if you're just getting started. If you are ready to take your summit to the next level, then tune into the Virtual Summit Podcast with Dr. Mark T. Wade.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mark T. Wade, founder of Virtual Summit Software and creator of the One Day Summit Formula. And I'm on a mission to help you, the summit host, get your summit out to the world in a powerful and impactful way. So let's get started. If you want your speakers to promote your summit, then you need to know how to engage them. Today, I'm going to share with you the most powerful strategy to not only get speakers to promote, but to get them to send out more emails than you even asked them to. This one is going to be a fun one. Hey there, Dr. Mark T. Wade here, founder of Virtual Summit Software and your host here on the Virtual Summit Podcast. I want to make sure you know about our resources area over at virtualsummits.com. If you head over there, check out the resource area. We got free things from the One Day Summit Starter Guide to our Summitology Foundations training. We even have interview training, and you can still check out how to create a highly converting summit page. So check that out over in the resources area. Now, getting your speakers and affiliates to promote for your summit is not an easy task. Even if you follow some of the powerful steps we lined out in episode 21 on speaker recruitment strategies, it's still not guaranteed that your speakers are going to promote. It's been a disappointing trend the past year as more summits are being hosted and more speakers are getting the opportunity to speak. They're actually promoting less of the summits. So in today's episode, I want to talk about a powerful tactic that, if used correctly, has an amazing capacity to increase your speaker and affiliate promotions. That's the Leaderboard contest. I've used this strategy in many of our highest performing summits and in all of my course launches I've ever done. In one of our biggest certification launches, where we collected almost 7 figures from a one-off 14-day Jeff Walker style launch, I give a huge amount of success to the power of the Leaderboard competition. So I'm going to break this down and help you understand how you can implement this on your summit, whether you are on a shoestring budget or ready to drop some cash to get your summit out there. But remember, creativity is key. Now, take this information and mold it into your own powerful speaker promotion strategy and make your next summit a fun and impactful event. Let's start off with, what is it? The Leaderboard competition is a competition amongst all promoting parties, which could be speakers or affiliates. And from this point forward, we'll simply refer to as speakers, okay? It's typically broken into 2 parts. The first part is the leads contest, which is a competition to see who can generate the most leads. This will have an official kickoff where everyone gets to promote the summit. The leads are counted and recorded per speaker daily and then totaled over the course of the promotion, which will have specific ending date, which is typically the day before the summit starts. The speaker with the most leads or the most attendee signups or registrations generated will win the leads contest. The second part is the sales contest. This is a straightforward and is a contest about who can generate the most sales on the summit. It will start when the summit starts, although it will take into consideration any sales that have happened on the summit, and we'll go through the last chance period of the summit. The speaker with the most sales will win the sales contest. Now, the power behind this type of engagement strategy is not what you think. Initial thoughts would be, okay, the speakers are promoting this because they're going to get more money or a prize. That, of course, has some benefits and is what legitimizes the entire contest. However, the power behind a leaderboard strategy is the competition. Most of the participating promoters have some degree of competitiveness in them, especially the successful business people. They like to win and hate even more to lose. So by creating a friendly competition, it taps into one area of the speaker that is more powerful than any type of monetary gain you could give them, and that is their ego. Their pride won't let them come in last place. And for those towards the top, Their pride to win causes them to double down and push harder to try to grab that top spot.
Calling all summit hosts. I want you to join me and my tribe of Summit All-Stars at our in-person conference called Summit Fest Live, where you'll walk away with implementable strategies to rock out your summit, increase your revenues, and make connections that will last a lifetime. Come join us in New Orleans and let the good times roll. Get more information at summitfestlive.com.
This has regularly caused speakers to send out even more promotional communications than asked of them. And many times we'll have speakers putting advertising dollars into paid social media marketing just to help them get the win. Now, just imagine if instead of having to beg, plead, and pester your speakers, if they're emailing their audience on their own, and on top of that, they're sending out more emails than you've even required. That's possible with this strategy. Now, it's a powerful strategy and will definitely improve and benefit your summit, but it's not to say it's 100% guaranteed tactic for everyone. The second reason adding a leaderboard contest to your summit increases the outcome is because of social proof. Now, this still taps into the ego side of things, but it does it in a slightly different way. Having a leaderboard gives you the ability to show or call out speakers who are not performing. Of course, never in a mean or bullying way, but by listing out the results of the leaderboard each day, you, the speaker, and all of the other participating promoters can see who is performing and who isn't. Most speakers don't want to look bad in front of their colleagues or other prestigious people in their industries. So they don't want everyone to see that they have 0 leads or 0 sales while everyone else has participated and generated results. This social proof concept adds an extra layer to the power of the leaderboard contest and can be very powerful in getting speakers to promote. But in addition to creating more promotions around your summit, the leaderboard contest also adds a few other benefits to your summit. One is that it creates a fun environment between you and your speakers. It creates a sense of playful competition, and if done well, allows you to actually increase the strength of your relationship with your speakers. There's so many creative ways to run a leaderboard contest that allows you to engage with your speakers and to have more interactions than before. And in a fun way that your speakers actually enjoy checking in daily to see their status and for the speakers to engage with each other as well. Now, with that being said, to have it run well and work the way it needs to, you must be prepared and have put some thought into this. We'll get into the specifics here shortly, but meaning you need to know what type of bonuses and gifts will be most appreciated or enjoyed by your speakers. You need to keep it professional and consistent as far as getting speakers their promotional materials and having regular updates and engagement around the contest and position of each speaker. If you don't get the speakers their promotional materials and items, they can't participate fully. They will disengage and it will feel like a ghost town. So be prepared, have the materials, and get the speakers all the items and information in advance so they know what is happening and what the leaderboard contest is going to provide. Also, some super cool news with the Virtual Summit software. You now have a speaker and affiliate management platform built directly into your summit. So you can track and see how your speakers are promoting, the clicks, leads, and sales they generate. All of this is now inside the Virtual Summit software at virtualsummits.com. Just make sure you have the highest program available. Also, coming later this year, we will be an actual leaderboard contest feature inside the software to run the entire contest while motivating your speakers, all inside of the Virtual Summit software. It's so cool. Now, to break this down into more specific details so that you can build one out yourself, we'll start off with how does it look and feel. Again, being creative. However, the most common methods of running a leaderboard contest is by using a Facebook group, emails, and in some instances, even a membership area with a web page. The overall concept is that you have a ranking or order each day of where each of the speaker lines up based on their performance. During leads contests, the ranking is done based on the amount of leads generated. During the sales contest, it's based on the number of sales generated. Typically, the top 6 to 10 positions are valued as winning positions, and everything else is still ranked, but not considered officially a part of the leaderboard, meaning they haven't made it onto the board yet. And we'll cover this in more details momentarily. The simplest way to run it is just using emails to display the order and ranking. A daily or even twice a day email is sent out with encouragement and some competitive banter while displaying the top positions. The most powerful way is to use a Facebook group specifically for the speakers, no other persons allowed, to post the daily updates and information and encouragement. This is more difficult to set up as you must get the speakers into the Facebook group first to make it work. And it's not nearly as powerful if only a few of the speakers are inside the group. But when using the group and having the speakers in it, you can tag and post to the speakers, which gives them notifications and allows them to engage with the post, either celebrating or posting their intent to win or just having fun with the other speakers. Now, circling back to the actual leaderboard, depending on the number of promoters you have will ultimately determine the number of spots on the leaderboard. If you have 10 speakers, then 6 spots are enough. This leaves a few positions that are not on the leaderboard. And from a psychological standpoint, will drive the bottom speakers to try harder to be included with the top performers. If you have 50 speakers, then you'll want to increase your leaderboard to 10 or maybe even 20 spots, as you want it to include enough people that it keeps the bottom speakers still motivated that they might have a chance to get on the board. Now, displaying the leaderboard is simple. It's the positions such as first place, second place, etc., with the speaker name and then their number of either leads or sales. One advanced tip is if your summit is not doing great and speakers aren't having a lot of success for whatever reason, you may decide not to post the actual numbers. Just simply list the ranking, and when you send out the daily email updates, tell each speaker individually what their specific numbers are in that email without listing out all the other numbers of the other speakers. However, in most cases, when possible, if you can list out the positions with the numbers, it is preferable. You will have a leaderboard focused first on the leads, then that contest ends and a whole new leaderboard begins for the sales. So some speakers may win leads contests but not perform well on the sales contest. Or more commonly, top leads winners will also do well on the sales contest. However, it never typically ends up the exact same on both contests. Now, the great aspect of this is it gets more promotions out of your speakers. They push hard for the leads contest, trying to get their audience to the summit to register. Then they switch gears once the summit's running or pushing the audience to purchase the offer.
Be sure to check out the speaker management tool inside your virtual summit software, which lets you quickly and easily recruit and manage your speakers on your virtual summit, literally eliminating hundreds of hours of work. Get more information at virtualsummits.com.
Now, what do the speakers win? This is completely up to you and goes back to being creative. Most common types of prizes are cash prizes and or bonuses. The cash prizes are the most common. However, unless you are able to offer a substantial amount of cash as a prize, such as $1,000, $5,000, or maybe even $10,000, then the cash prizes aren't the most ideal, especially if you're going to pay out several positions. For example, if you've got 6 spots on the leaderboard, it's common to offer something to all 6 spots. Although it's not mandatory, you could just pay out a prize for the first place, but I would recommend paying at a minimum like the top half. So if you have 6 spots and you can pay all 6 spots, then do it. If you can't, then pay out the top 3 spots. If you have 10 spots and can pay them all, great. If not, then try to pay a minimum the top 5 spots. Typically, the payment or prize will be tiered, meaning first place will have the biggest or most valuable prize, then second place less, third place, then third less, then second place, and so on. An example could be a leaderboard of 6 that first place gets $1,000, second place gets $500, third place gets $250. And if you wanted to pay the other 3, you could give fourth place $100, fifth place $50, and sixth place $25. Again, this is just an example, and you can vary that as much as you would like. Cash is great when you can pay out big prizes like first place of a minimum $1,000. It's even more powerful if you can pay out several thousand or higher. Then your speakers will be pushing hard for that first spot, which will increase the success of your summit. Alternatively, if you can't pay out a lot of cash, then having gifts or prizes works well. For example, a first place of $400 may not feel like much, but getting an iPad gifted to you for winning first place does feel like a good win. In many instances, and that's relatively the same price right there. In many instances, gifts can feel more valuable than even winning cash, unless you're offering thousands of dollars for cash prizes. For example, our first place winner in our near seven-figure launch won a $15,000 cash prize, plus a bonus prize of a MacBook computer. But I wouldn't really recommend that on your first summit. I would actually be even hesitant to recommend doing a leaderboard contest on your first summit. It would be better to figure out the process of running a summit first and then add the leaderboard contest to the next summit you run, as both take experience to fully understand and manage. However, if you can do it, and it will add an extra layer of potential and momentum to your summit. Also, if you're on a tight budget, you don't have to run both contests. You can just focus on one versus having both a leads and sales contest. If you were to just choose one, your focus should be on the sales contest. And if you want to, well, I'd actually say that depends. I would say your focus should probably be on the leads contest, getting as many people to your summit as possible. And if you want to run both, but are on a limited budget, you can always vary the prizes and payouts, meaning you don't have to pay out anything necessarily on the leads contest. Could just be for bragging rights. And then the sales contest has the cash prize. In full transparency, you won't have as many people pushing as hard if they don't win something. You could also offer a top prize for first place for leads contest and pay out more prizes for the sales contest positions. Ultimately, this is your rodeo and you can do it however you want. You just need to remember what is most likely going to motivate my speakers to send out more emails to their list when they don't want to really do that. When it comes to the types of prizes, other than cash prizes, you really want to think about what your speakers are interested in. In our leaderboard contest, some of our top most valued prizes were technology such as iPads, computers, camera, filming equipment, including lights and green screens. We'd also gift trips such as a 5-day cruise, including room and board, comp to nice resorts. Lower places might get an espresso machine or a teleprompter for filming, or maybe a Yeti microphone for recording. I always enjoyed giving away the prizes. So I would search different sites such as mangifts.com or other gift sites to generate ideas that were fun and interesting. One summit we had an authentic Darth Vader costume used on the set of Star Wars that was priced at $2,000. It created the most buzz and chatter inside of our affiliate group than any other prize I have ever listed. Everyone was cheering for the two speakers who were back and forth for second place, hoping whoever got that place would choose the costume. In most of my leaderboard contests, I will give the option between 2 or 3 different prizes that are of similar or same value. Most time, I will also include the option of a cash prize as well, and let the speaker choose which they want. Some might want the trip to Vegas, while others might simply want to take home $2,000 in cash. And maybe, just maybe, you have the one who wants the $2,000 Darth Vader authentic Star Wars costume. As I said before, creativity is key. Think about what your speakers want and what will be fun as well. Now, when running the leaderboard contest, you want to have daily posts in the group sharing takeaways, what's working, what's happening in the summit, and a positive message you've gotten from attendees, and just ongoing items to make your speakers feel good about participating. You should calculate, record, and release the leaderboard results at the same time every day to keep a consistent display of the results, and be clear on when the cutoff is for the contest. If it ends at 10 p.m. Eastern, let your speakers know Let them know that, as some may shoot out a last-minute email just to get that final push onto a higher position. I recommend giving advice, tips, and helpful strategies to help your speakers be successful in promoting your summit. Also, doing a Facebook Live in the group a few times allows the speakers to hop on and interact with you. Again, it's not just about the results of the summit here. You're also building relationships with these speakers. Every day, you should release an update status of the positions and the results of the leaderboard, and then have a final result after the contest ends. It's also a great thing to throw in spontaneous bonuses. This is ideal to do when you're trying to get things going, or if there's a slow period that most speakers don't promote, to get them and the momentum moving.
With the Ever Summit feature inside the Virtual Summit software, you can rerun your summit as if it were live, ongoing forever with one click of a button. This now lets you continue to use your summit forever, bringing in qualified and engaged leads every month into your business. Get more information at virtualsummit.com.
A few examples are, you could do a random bonus for the first person to hit 100 leads. There's also the most leads generated in a certain time or on a certain day. Bonuses would be anything from a $100 Amazon gift card to even something like all leads generated during this time or this day are worth $1 or 50 cents. And then everyone gets a bit of a payout. Sales are most frequently slowest in the middle of the summit. So doing special incentives or bonuses for your speakers during the middle days are a great way to pick up those leads. Also in sales, also a good one is first sale gets an extra bonus. Most sales on a certain day. And then if you do an encore weekend or last chance sequence, giving a special bonus during that period to get the speakers to re-promote is a great strategy. Also, one of my favorites is the last sale before the time period ends or before the cart closes. You'll end up having speakers emailing at the last minute, at the last day, to get even more sales to end up winning that bonus. So being creative again is super important. Spontaneous bonuses are super powerful, especially for increasing engagement for your speakers. It gets them to throw in that extra one email that they originally weren't planning on sending out. Now, something to note that most of us learn the hard way is having minimums. Leaderboard contests are incredible as long as you have enough speakers all promoting and generating results. It's not incredible if you're paying out $2,500 for a first place spot to a speaker who only generated $500 in sales because no one else promoted. Doesn't happen a lot, but if you're running enough summits, it can happen. Also, on your first summit, if you don't have an idea of what type of results to expect, then a minimum is super important. A minimum simply means you get this prize if you generate a minimum number of sales or leads. This helps protect you from having to spend a bunch of money on prizes if the summit doesn't perform well or the speakers don't promote. Maybe you only have 8 speakers and you do a 6-person leaderboard and 3 speakers promote, but the rest only send out like 1 email. You don't want to reward or spend money on the other 3 speakers that didn't promote like they were supposed to. So you set a minimum that says in order to receive the bonus or prize, you must have a minimum of blank numbers of sales, like 8 or 10 or 12 or whatever. You don't want to make it outrageous and unreachable, or that will backfire on you. But you do want to make sure that if you average all the minimum sales, that it at least covers the cost of the prizes. The more of these you run, the better you'll get at knowing how much you can and should spend on a leaderboard contest. For your first one, keep it simple and low, just so you don't end up over your head if something doesn't work out great. Once you have a good feeling on it and you know you can hit your summit goals, then you can start getting fancy and fun. And again, you can get creative and have fun with the prizes without spending thousands of dollars on them. One thing to note is to always be clear and transparent with your contest. You have minimums. Let the speakers know when they will get the bonuses and always deliver on time. Or ideally, add some surprise and delight and send it earlier than you say. I recommend announcing the final leaderboard results and winners with a Facebook Live. Use this as an opportunity to talk about any top takeaways from the summit, the overall success, and of course, thanking everyone who participated in the summit. And this is your speakers. This is the people who promoted. Remember, it's about connecting and engaging with your speakers and building a relationship. That is the leaderboard contest. It's also the most powerful way to increase the success of your summit by increasing the speaker engagement and promotion. It adds a fun and interesting component to your summit and helps you connect on a deeper level as well. I recommend letting your personality shine through during this, which will increase that connection. Remember, start small and cautious at the beginning till you get a good feel for your summit and expected results. Be transparent, open, and communicate frequently with your speakers. Have the materials prepared and professional for the speakers to be successful. And don't forget to check out Virtual Summit software with its built-in affiliate and speaker management feature. This allows you to track all these results mentioned in this episode, so that you can run a successful leaderboard contest. That will help you be more successful on your summit, which is our goal over here at Viral Summits. I know you have a message that matters and an impact that needs to be made in this world. You just need a little help getting it out there. Also, don't forget to grab your ticket to Summit Fest Live. It's happening in New Orleans. Come meet us, meet your summit tribe, and let's map out an incredible, successful year for you and your business. I hope to see you there.
Thanks for listening. Now don't forget to subscribe and leave a 5-star review on the Virtual Summit podcast. Head over to the show notes to check out all the links and resources from this episode, and be sure to grab your free trial of the Virtual Summit software.
Now, I want to end this episode by saying to all the summit hosts listening right now, I believe in you, and you can do this. Summits are by far one of the most powerful ways to quickly grow your list, launch your platform, make more money, and most importantly, make an impact in the world, even if you're just getting started. So don't get caught up in analysis paralysis, because the world needs to hear your message, and there are people who are waiting for you to help them. So just get started, because imperfect action is always better than no action. Thank you, and see you on the next episode.